Yo, man, you already know what it is, man. It's that Island God Talk podcast, man. Your favorite two co-hosts, Ju and Kingmeechyyy in the building, man. How you doing today, bro?
To be honest, I'm doing great today. It's another day God has blessed me with. Another day to be better.
Another day to be better, and that's what a lot of niggas don't get, man. That's what a lot of niggas don't get, man. Y'all know they say, God said, if you put your faith in man, he'll fail you every time, and it just rings more true as the days go on. We can hop right into the first topic for real, man, because I'm with the shits today. Got my shades back on, got my Glock shirt on, man. I'm with the shits, man.
I feel you.
But I speak out of love when I speak, because the first topic is going to be about feminine niggas, know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I just be wanting motherfuckers to be better. I be seeing, like, shit, niggas doing bullshit on the internet, niggas I don't know, niggas I do know, just having all types of, like, feminine ways and, like, behavior about themselves, whether it's getting too emotional, whether it's acting like a little kid in serious moments, and like all of that is like it's feminine stuff, or whether it's like just how they react and how they move through the world so carelessly, and just I don't know, it's just like motherfuckers graduated high school 8, 9, 10 years ago and haven't had any like growth and development since.
That is very true, bro. And you can't even say it's because they haven't been through shit. Because most feminine niggas, especially in high school, they went through some shit, especially when it came down to the women, bro. Like, I feel like you got to really look back and reflect on your past and, like, try to be better. But that's what they don't do, though. I feel like they try to blame everything else on, like, everybody else. They never really take a true accountability for their actions.
They don't. And another thing is, which is a very feminine trait, is, like, a nigga will set a goal or have something that they want to do, and then when they fuck up on it, they just try to like forget about it, or they try to act like the goal wasn't that serious and shit like that. Like, and I'm pretty sure that's something like we've all done before. But just being aware and knowing, like, when you fuck up on your goal, you want to have that introspective moment to where, like, damn, I fucked up. Maybe you need to journal about it. Maybe you need to take some time and sit there and like let that shit affect you in a way to where you feel bad about fucking up on your goal. And when you do stuff like that, you're gonna at least like the next attempt you have is definitely gonna be better than that first one, because you took time to reflect.
Definitely. And I feel like that's the only thing you should take serious, your relationship with your goals, bro. So I feel like that's some serious ass shit. Like, you can't, and I feel like a lot of people do that, where they say they gonna do something and then they just forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if you really just forget about one of your goals, you was not serious about that shit, bro. I don't care who you are. There's no way you can say you was serious. Because when you really want to do something, you gonna remember that bitch. Like, if I know I got a hot date this Tuesday, I'm not gonna forget, especially if she bad. Like, I'm gonna know, like, hey, I got something to do Tuesday. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And that's just a part of, like, interacting with the world in, like, a masculine way. Like, if you're not interacting in the world in a masculine way, and I mean, like, with determination, and you're being honest with yourself about like your goals and the things you need to do, but also with love, like you're fucking up. And I be saying, like, a lot of niggas just moving incorrectly. Like, it's some feminine shit to not stick to your word, and not even when it comes to other niggas. When it comes to yourself, like, you want to keep your word to yourself. That's most important, because when you start lying to yourself, that's when you end up in all type of crazy situations. Like the shit, like, the first thing that came to mind was like a fucking like a DL dude, you know what I'm saying? He down low, but he ain't trying to, like, I'm saying, he ain't trying to like put that out to the world, and he lying about it, and now he getting angry. Like, I seen a video. It was like the DL dude. He got caught on camera, and then like when they put the camera on him, he started fighting the gay nigga. He was just hugging on him, like trying to act like it was a different type of situation than what it was. And it's like, that's some feminine, even though like doing that is kind of feminine in general, but like just
that's extra feminine.
Just like the reaction and the lying to yourself, like, that's feminine behavior, because that's women who live in delusional worlds where they lie to themselves on the daily. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, and you hit on a great point, bro. You got to keep your word to yourself, bro. That's the biggest one. Cause I know for a fact, if I can't keep the word to myself, I can't keep the word to my peers.
Yeah.
And like people think like it's okay because it's just myself. Like you said, you was gonna stick to this strict diet, and you can't do that shit. That shows one, a lack of discipline and a lack of self-worth, bro. You don't think that highly of yourself.
And then it's like not even about fucking up on this shit. Like it's more so about how you react to your fuck ups. If you don't like be, you know what I'm saying, don't beat yourself up, but you need to be a little hard on yourself to where you understand like, damn, I did fuck up. Don't look at it as like, it's okay, I wasn't even really on a diet. Some shit like that's how motherfuckers be like when they do shit like that. Like they weren't supposed to eat that snack, then they eat it, and like, oh, I wasn't really on a diet, or oh, I just had one. I'll change my diet up, and now you fucking up. And once you fuck up that first time, you're creating a habit to where you got a rhythm of not keeping your word to yourself.
Facts. And we all understand shit happens in life, bro. Like if I say, hey, like I'm finna give you this $500 by this week, and something happens, like something magically happens and I can't. We understand like shit like that, but and when that comes, like that can't be a everything thing or every week thing. Like something's always happening.
Yeah, because then you become like an excuse dude. But even then, like boom, like you say you was gonna give me the 500, you didn't. Some dudes they won't even like it'll come to that Friday or whatever day they're supposed to pay you. It'll come that day. They won't hit you up at all. They won't at least tell you. That's my thing. Like if you owe me something, at least just let me know what's going on, because I'm a reasonable dude. I'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I work with you. Like it don't gotta be like no loan shark type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know what's going on, and then I can, you know what I'm saying, adjust what I got going on. But if I don't know, then it's like, oh, you're ducking. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. And that's one of the worst shit you can do, bro. And I don't know. And this is something your father shouldn't have taught you, because this is something my father taught me. Like, hey, never duck nobody, especially when you owe them money, bro. That's the worst shit you can do. Because in their head, they're like, what the fuck going on with this nigga? This nigga ran off. Like, what the fuck is he really trying to do? And the whole time, like, you just don't got it. Like, it's not like...
Exactly. And, like, it's not the times where, like, the richest man in Babylon, those times you owe somebody money, which you going to have to go be their slave until you work that fucking debt off. It's not those times no more to where, you know what I'm saying, nigga can't just put you to work. But, shit, like, that's also a good option. I ain't saying be a slave, but find other ways, negotiate, try to find some ways to reconcile your debt. And that's how a masculine man handles it, versus the ducking, the hiding. Those is feminine behaviors, because you shouldn't be scared of no man. You should be able to build rapport with any man. Like I'm saying, doesn't matter his background or anything. Like, should be able to talk to men in a respectful manner and also gain respect back. But niggas don't move like that nowadays. Niggas move like women and children. There's a lot of grown boys out here, literally, like oversized boys. Niggas is not men.
Thanks. But I do feel like everybody reaches that shit differently. But I'm telling you, that shit can ruin friendships over that shit. Owning nigga money. I'm telling you, like, I've seen that shit. And that's what it is. Like, ain't nothing to go cut a nigga grass. A nigga owe me, it's gonna have to be like a dub. You owe me a dub? Come cut my grass. We can call that shit even for real. Like, it's just be the high and the feminine activity. That's what just makes that shit so much worse. And then once you start these feminine activities, it's just gonna show up in all areas of your life, bro.
Yeah, and it's like if you don't have a nigga like me around you that's gonna call it out, then it's just gonna seep into the other members of the other people you be around, and it's only gonna get worse. Now you got a bunch of emotional dummies rolling around, and y'all all, it's just like when y'all move like that, and niggas taking shit too personal and all type of shit, niggas all just feminine behavior, it's not gonna last long as a group. And sometimes you do, you gotta weed people out, sometimes you gotta cut people off, sometimes you gotta do certain things to get niggas to, like, know what I'm saying, to understand, like, you not the type of dude, especially like you an Islander, you watching this, you watch it safely, you gotta understand, like, you probably gonna have to be that leader to start, like, weeding people out and telling people, like, yo, this is going on with this person, calling people out in front of the group, doing shit in a respectful way with love. But at the same time, you gotta, know what I'm saying, you gotta step on some toes sometimes when you're the leader, know what I'm saying, that's just what it is. And whoever don't like it, hey, they got a few options, like get emotional, maybe want to fight you about it, or take it in, get introspective, and learn from it and become better, and then thank the person that called you out sometime later down the line once you mature a little bit.
Facts. Cause really, I feel I'm a big believer in that shit too. Like not calling shit out, bro. Not speaking on shit. Yeah, that shit gets cool for a little bit, and then that shit gonna start rubbing off on you. I'm a big believer in you are who you hang around, bro.
Like, and it snowballs with that person. Like they just
you.
become a bigger monster than what they is and what they was.
I'm telling you, like you gotta be careful with that. Like that feminine shit. Like I'm gonna tell them, like, hey, that's some real feminine ass shit you doing. You only got a couple more times to do some feminine ass shit, and I'm gonna start distancing myself. Cause I'm telling you, like I feel like if one of my friends being feminine, that shit gonna make me feminine. Because you gotta think, even just me and you, we pick up each other language, like social shit, like. And I feel like that's the same with every friend group. So your friend, for example, saying some feminine ass shit like the I'm weak shit, like, bro, you gonna start saying that shit too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like it be the little shit, but at the same time, bro, you can't accept that. And especially like comparing your friend groups to other friend groups, bro. Let's say it's a big ass fight, your friend group versus another one. If you got feminine ass niggas on your team, bro, you might get your ass beat, bro. And that's just facts, like. And it's showing like chinks in your friend group's armor, bro.
Yeah, and it's gonna definitely like those chinks. They gonna show up when in the worst times. It's gonna show up in the worst times, and you don't want that shit around. You want your people to be more so stoic and more so just calm. Know what I'm saying? Just calm under pressure. Like you don't want motherfuckers that's gonna freak out. Like that's feminine behavior. When you the man, you're supposed to be the rock of the family. You're supposed to be holding it down. How can your family respect you if some shit happened and y'all heard a thump downstairs, y'all all upstairs playing a fucking family card game or some fucking, y'all playing Twister or something, you hear a big ass thump downstairs and you fucking hiding with the rest of your family. Like, nah, nigga, you gotta be the one to stay calm and go check it out. Think about your security procedures. All right, do I have cameras? Let me check the cameras. Let me do this. Let me make sure we secure in this room before I, you know what I'm saying, bust any moves. Let me make sure they straight. Oh, they got whatever provisions I got in place. Maybe I got all of them armor plates. Make sure, y'all got your armor on? Okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's some next level man thinking, and a lot of dudes don't even want to be men. They want to call themselves men. They want to call themselves kings. They want to call themselves this, that, and third, but the shit that comes with it, niggas don't want that shit 9 times out of 10. So a lot of y'all niggas just need to go be some fucking peasants, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might be hiring pretty soon, so y'all want a fucking job. Nah, I'm saying, hit me up. But yeah, like it's like just as far as like, and like I said earlier, I say all this with love and out of wanting niggas to get better. But it's like at some point, like the fucking gloves gotta come off. Like you can't be Mr. Nice Guy and want just give people little things every now and then. Like, nah, if you're a leader, that comes with the responsibility of calling motherfuckers out.
Facts. And if you're not calling out your friend group, like, there's a problem with that. Because for real, you should be able to come to your friend group about any fucking thing, bro. Like, that questioning shit, bro, I should, like, in any substance, any opportunity, this new, if I do something that's just not, like, that's just out of the ordinary. It don't even got to be out of the ordinary. It can be perfectly fine to me. But if you sees, like, it's kind of strange, I'm expecting that nigga to ask me, yo, why'd you just do this?
Exactly. And when I do that, I don't come from a place of like people got it's so much emotion attached to getting checked, you know what I'm saying? Right. So much emotion attached to that. But even checking somebody on someone or questioning somebody on something, as long as the person is not like calling you out of your name or they like accusing you of, they're like really like just trying to see what's going on with you, trying to see why you made the action you did, then I don't see nothing wrong with that, especially if that's someone supposed to be in your circle. Because, all right, say, boom, I'm just OD drunk. Me and Meechyyy out at the club. I start wild and just start getting real handsy with girls and stuff, and he just let me do it. And he rolled with me. Now, if I get fucked up or get arrested or like because he didn't check my behavior early in the night when I first started this shit, and he ended up stranded, and he just fucking phone and died in the club, and he ain't got the keys to the car. Like, know what I'm saying? He puts himself in a fucked up position. That's why it's okay for him to check me and question me, like, "Oh, you getting real handsy, bro?" Like, know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, "Oh, yeah, my bad, bro. I'm tripping." Like, "Thank you, bro." Like, know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But the thing is, though, too, when niggas get drunk, niggas got to understand alcohol is feminine energy, yo. It's going to give you feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you drinking, no matter where you at, you got to understand. And knowing that means, okay, drinking responsible, that adds another level to drinking responsible because if you're fucking drunk as hell, you gotta understand, like, okay, I'm not fully in my right mind. Like, I might make some feminine decisions, know what I'm saying? If a nigga bump me, I might fucking turn up on his ass for no fucking reason. The whole time the bump was an accident, know what I'm saying? And that's that feminine energy from the alcohol. That's why they be calling that shit spirits, because, know what I'm saying? It do something to you.
Facts. But that's some real shit, dude. That's some real shit. It does do something to you. And speaking on drinking responsibly, bro, you got to know yourself, too, when it comes down to that shit, bro. Because, like, if you know, like, you, like, whatever, how you feeling in the moment, like, if you, are, let's say, are angry or drunk, or you know shit might piss you off a little bit more, know that beforehand, bro.
Exactly.
Like, know what the fuck you going.
See, that's introspection that a man has. So like I said, it's oversized boys out here, like, a lot of oversized boys. And that means as men, we gotta move even smarter, because these little niggas and oversized boys might crash out for no fucking reason at any moment. Like all of them, like literally, like the school shooters, feminine behavior. When you see niggas getting mad over petty shit and niggas turning up on you and getting loud and trying to go back and forth with you over shit, like, and it's not a calm, civilized, diplomatic discussion of men. You never know what any fucking thing you say might trigger that person, and that's the people that you know. Like, all right, I gotta distance myself from this person because he gonna wild out just because I said something to him that he needed to hear.
Facts. And that's the thing, bro. And as long as you checking the friend in, like, a safe space, bro. Like, even if we was in, like, a place like a club and you were getting too handsy, it don't gotta be no, look, hey, you wanna be like, pull over to the side.
Pull me to the side, tell me clean that bathroom with you real quick or anything. Like, that's men behavior. Like, literally. A little boy gonna check you in front of everybody and try to embarrass you and shit like that.
That's not cool. That's never cool.
Yeah.
But even so, even around the other members of the friend group, I feel like that shit is still okay too. Like, everybody there in the friend group, like, this is just some shit that everybody needs to hear, then that's how it is. And I feel like when it really comes down to, like, that one emotional person, sometimes you might need the whole friend group there not to gang up on them, but, like, we can all point out shit that we need to do better, bro. Mm-hmm. So niggas don't feel like they being isolated or always picked on and shit, even though that would be feminine as a bitch.
Yeah, if you feel like you, like, one thing about it, motherfuckers that get isolated, they usually isolate themselves first. Like, know what I'm saying? Unless you're in middle school, usually groups of guys are not isolating people for shit, know what I'm saying? Niggas isolate themselves. Niggas want, like, especially as men, if you're out here with a lone wolf mentality or you don't move with a pack and all that shit, that's cool, but you gotta understand that a nigga like me, more so lion type nigga, move with a pack type shit, like, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily have to move with a pack, but you gotta understand this world and the place we live in. It's good to have strong groups of brothers, other strong men around you, other connections, other networks, niggas that you know. If my cousin coming out, his gun coming out too, know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that are gonna propel you in life when you have a network of strong dudes that everybody holding each other accountable. Nobody got that lone wolf mentality. Of course, like, we all on our own at certain times, but we understand, like, when niggas come together, niggas are, you know what I'm saying, operating as a unit at that point.
Facts. And I like how you said that, bro. Cause us in a group, like, strong-minded individuals, like, on our shit, we're gonna outdo that person by himself, bro, every single time, bro.
So easily. You never seen a nigga win a war by himself, like. I'm
telling you.
no soldiers, no nothing. He just him by himself going against an army. Come on now, like, we understand this limitations to the human body. Like, yeah, I feel like I could beat 1,000 niggas up, but if I got the option to fight with my niggas versus me by myself, like, what am I gonna do? Know what I'm saying? If it's a group I'm going against, it only makes sense to have a network.
Facts, but niggas be thinking they Superman out this bitch. I swear, like
they be thinking they Superman, and what it is like I said, feminine behavior to bring past trauma from whatever old friend group you had into a new one. Like, that's what women do. They bring their past trauma into a new relationship. Again, that's feminine behavior. As a man, you gonna, know what I'm saying, you got to get over that past trauma. You're not gonna be talking about it all the time and just carrying like a negative mindset, a pessimistic mindset about the world. You can't be a superior man like that. And me, I try to give niggas book recommendations and everything, but some niggas just too feminine to read a book, I guess. Goddamn, like.
Too feminine to read a book. I like that one, bro. And that's just what it is, bro. And I feel like when it really comes down to the friend groups and shit, bro, if you ever really falling out with a group of niggas or like a couple people, they probably want your friend to begin with, bro. If y'all really had a falling out, because I feel like as men, bro, half the shit we get over, bro. Like, and I mean, some of the shit you would think like niggas just couldn't get over, bro. Niggas don't really be caring, bro. The only time niggas really be caring is if it's like emotions involved, like some deep shit, like family or something. Like, oh, you fucked my sister. What the fuck is wrong with you, my nigga? Like, why the fuck would you do that? Or it's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. And I feel one. Okay, I see you not fucking with a nigga because of family shit. Like, he did some larceny shit. Blah blah blah. But anything other than that, that shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, like, unless he's, like, the only other reason I say is if a nigga's just holding you back something crazy, like, that'd be a good reason to stop fucking with a motherfucker. But over little disagreements, words and shit like that, we supposed to be men. We ain't supposed to, words supposed to be the last. This is why people shoot men and stab men and do shit like that, because a man, you're not supposed to be affected by words. You shouldn't be tricked out of your position by words. You shouldn't be ending relationships and things over words, you know what I'm saying? Unless, like, shit, hey, yo, Temptation Island, the new season, that shit going crazy. Like, bruh Shorty said, he had to watch her on camera saying that she wanted to suck the another dude dick, you know what I'm saying? They ended the episode right there, which is crazy, but, like, that's some shit those are the type of words, like, if it's coming from, because you got to think, like, a woman words is most powerful. As a man, your actions are powerful. So if your woman say some wild shit like that, then yeah, you in a relationship. But if a nigga say, oh yeah, you a bitch, bro, like, you gonna stop fucking with him because of that? Because I don't like that bitch word, bro. Stop playing that shit, bro. I don't play that bitch shit. You just showing me you feminine as fuck right now, bro.
Hell yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, like, even with my friend group, like, there's been shit, like, we probably all done call each other a bitch. Because maybe in the time we was being a bitch. Mm-hmm. And that's really what it is. But it's never no, oh, fuck you, like, not over some words, bro. Not over no words. That shit never cool.
No. Any nigga I ever fell out with was never over words. It's over, like, we either fought or a nigga did some larceny shit or a nigga just didn't like me because of a girl. Like, I never, not gonna stop fucking with a nigga because of some fucking words, but your actions, I stop fucking with a nigga because of his actions any time of the fucking day, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you do some shit to show me that you don't respect me, then yeah.
Straight like that, because that shit is not cool. And boom, speaking of feminine men, bro, I feel like everybody's seen this shit, but we gonna talk about it. Cause that shit is just so crazy to me, and I'm baffled by, like, why. But we gonna get your opinions first. You seen, like, the Adam 22 and Alita plug, like, she's shooting with another male, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that shit?
It's Adam, so I really don't really feel too much of a way about it. I guess my first thoughts was like, well, hasn't she been doing this? I thought she had, but apparently he said they only shoot with other girls. This was the first time she asked him a few times. And I think her asking her a few times, like, she wanted him to show some nuts and say, like, no, don't do that type shit. But he let it go. He didn't let her do it. His wife that he just got married to,
literally,
last month.
I felt like it was like a wedding gift. That's
Yeah.
how I was looking at the shit. Like, your wedding gift to your girl, you let your girl fuck another nigga. Like,
I mean, and his type of dudes, there are like a lot of cucks out there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he put himself in by doing that, like that cuck category, which is like, I don't know. To me, it's like just I don't think any like masculine superior man would ever allow that just because of like the territorial aspect and the, you know what I'm saying, you just it's just something you don't do, but you don't even have to get to like the whole alpha beta thing, but you know the dude she was with, of course he's like, I guess as like more masculine than Adam, and maybe that had something to do with it. I personally think any black dude she would have shot with, you know what I'm saying, but it's very wild. I think it's something he's gonna end up regretting later on in life, but he's just so fucked up off of drugs and like being around the porn industry. It probably doesn't like affect him as much as he knows. If that makes sense.
that makes sense, bro. Me, how I look at that shit, bro. No way my wife is asking me for permission to fuck another nigga. Especially not this nigga. Cause like the nigga's named Jason Love. Like niggas know who the fuck that is. Like,
I mean, yeah, even the question itself is a violation, but their with their history, I can see why it was a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, just her being in porn and continue to be in porn and him being around the porn industry and all that shit. Like so it makes sense for the question, but it's still feminine as fuck to allow that shit. Like, even because to me, it's like any regular dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure to y'all too. As soon as y'all get asked that question, oh, the relationship is over. Like,
gotta be.
that's what you thinking about? Like,
Literally. And I think it's more of a. I'm looking at race. I'm trying to look at all aspects of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at race. He's white.
they said he into racism.
Shit, had to. He might did. Cause I'm looking at race like this nigga Adam. I don't know how tall that nigga Adam is. I'll give him 6 foot on 6 to 6'3". He's skinny, kind of like he's not like in shape. They have kids together, my nigga.
They do.
What are you gonna like? Were you just gonna tell your kids, yeah, I cheated on you? I didn't cheat because your dad said I could. So, but like, I feel like that shit is just so crazy, bro. And you gotta think like this nigga Jason, like he's not in the porn industry no more. He doesn't do that. And I used to follow the nigga on TikTok, so that's why I know. Like, no, when like I wasn't just watching his videos, but the nigga's like a cool guy. Like he seems like a cool ass guy. Like outside the shit. Like the nigga's not even in the porn industry no more. So for the fact that like they really had to set this shit up, like, yeah, we gonna do this, like we bringing this nigga out of retirement. She hasn't like that shit is just crazy to me. It's so mind boggling. Cause like why would you like and you know he gonna watch that shit. It's not like he's never gonna know like bro, I'd rather a bitch just do some shit behind my back than openly ask me than to do some shit like that, bro.
It's very emasculating, but in his
God.
position, is like not really much he could do.
I'm telling
Like,
you.
no regular dude is allowing that shit to go. At least most regular dudes. You do got dudes out here that like they like hoes and shit like that, and they don't be giving a fuck. And you also got niggas that's pimps and let they bitches fuck whoever as long as they getting paid. Which, I mean, you could look at it that way, like he's pimping her out because she's producing money that he's probably benefiting off. But to me, it's like, this is your wife. Like, y'all got, like, yeah, it's your wife. Y'all got kids together, and you allowing that to happen. It's just OD, just weird, and I don't know, like, even him, like, trying to explain it in a way that make it seem like it's not that bad. It's still that bad. Like, we in 2023, a lot of dudes do a lot of weird shit, so it's gonna kind of blow over, and then it's Adam, so like what do we kind of expect from his type of dude? But just like the situation itself is just so wild.
Wild as a bitch, bro. Like, and when he was trying to explain it, bro, he was like, yeah. At first he said, yeah, I made this decision. Then he said, we know, nigga, she made that decision, my nigga.
Because to be honest, it's like, yeah, she asked him, but what would have happened if he said no, you know? I feel like niggas that don't say no to shit like that, they don't feel like they can. And a lot of dudes find themselves in those type of situations when it comes to women, and it don't even gotta be she trying to fuck another dude, but like say you don't want her to go to this certain place. A lot of dudes don't feel comfortable, or you don't want to wear a certain thing. A lot of dudes don't feel comfortable enough to, in their leadership position, in that masculine role, to even say, no, I don't want you to do that, out of fear of what the girl gonna do or what the girl gonna say or what she gonna think. Like,
Facts.
fuck that. We know she a illogical being. You know what I'm saying? Like we know she's a logical being. It doesn't matter what she says or does or thinks after you say something. It just, you give her your input. She doesn't follow it. You mark that down. Now y'all relationship changes because you know, all right, I can't really take her as seriously as I want to because she wants me to be the man. She wants me to provide, protect, and do all this, but she won't even fucking do the simple shit that I ask her not to do.
Facts. That's literally what it is. And you can tell this nigga Adam doesn't say no, bro. Like, if you let your girl fuck another nigga, like, what could she do that you would say no to, bro? Like,
Yeah. And that, I promise, that's not the only time she fucked another nigga. That's my only time on camera. But, like,
yeah,
only to that, she, like, in that LA world, bro, she been going crazy. Like, she been going crazy. And that's what I was going to say, too. I had seen something they was saying, like, how you don't see a virgin with mental illness. You know what I'm saying? As far as women, like, the mental illness, it comes from men. So the more men a woman has had, that's gonna be the more delusion and the more mental illness she actually has in her fucking brain. Like,
nah, I feel that shit too. I was just thinking of some shit like a lot of crazy bitches got a lot of bodies, bro.
yeah,
I'm
bro,
telling
it's
you,
like
that shit
you're not gonna see a bipolar virgin, bro. Like, you're not gonna see that. Like, it's probably a few rare ones that have some actual chemistry wrong, or their mama was on crack or some shit like that. But as far as like regular girls, like when we was young, what the crazy ones was the ones that was already active, not the ones that was not saying still green to the world for real.
That is so true, bro. I never even thought of that shit.
Yeah, I didn't think about it till I seen it, but it was like where the woman get mental illness from. It comes from men. Like, it comes from giving yourself away and taking in all these different energies, and it's gonna fuck your brain up.
Facts. Like, that reminds me of a quote this girl used to say: "You make me crazy." Real life.
It is a combination of you and whoever else she was with.
Yeah. Yeah. So I couldn't imagine her. That shit probably a wild ass. And it's not like Adam. I hope he don't need the money that bad where you gotta like pimp out your wife, because you know she's posting this shit on OnlyFans. So you know, hella niggas probably that's not subscribing gonna subscribe to that shit. No homo. But I'm just saying, like, it's never that deep, bro. If your girl ever asks you some shit like that, cut the bitch, bro. Like, well, just don't take her serious. I'm not gonna say cut her completely off, but there's no way you're marrying a girl, having kids with this woman, bro. Cause that shit gets passed down to your kid, and then when your kid, oh my goodness, what if your daughter's a hoe, bro? Yeah, like I don't get it. Like, are you not thinking about this shit? Like,
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think, like, it's a lot of seeds that was sown for however his mindset is. He's not thinking about the influence of the mother on the kids no more. Like, shit, his influence on the kids is kind of bad, you know?
it is. And people think like, oh, if I just don't show them this or I don't show them that. No, bro, you're so much like your parents, bro. You don't even understand it. Like, that shit is passed down in DNA, bro. Like, that nut, that egg, when that bitch combine, I'm telling you, you got their traits, you got a hell of their actions. Like, it's not that they got to see you doing the bad shit, bro. It's just instilled in them, bro. I'm telling you.
It's instilled in them, and 9 times out of 10, her actions while the kids is toddlers is only gonna reinforce it and make it worse, because now they really seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? They already had the genes to be a hoe in their DNA, but now it's activated because they see what mommy doing. Mommy on OnlyFans, mommy doing different niggas. She bringing all types of women to the crib to have threesomes and shit like that. Like, it just creates, I don't know, everybody mind by 2020, by 2030, you gonna have motherfuckers with sane minds and a lot of insane motherfuckers. But it's like, we see it now for real. Like, insanity is normal. A lot of people got these crazy ideals and things that they try to push on to other people, and it's normal now. It's like, It's like, yeah, like don't, and you're not supposed to say nothing against it too, because if you do, then now you some type of phobic or you some type of this or that. Like, it's a crazy world.
Crazy as fuck, and it's only gonna get crazier. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, and that's why I never really understood. Like my parents used to tell me, "I'm glad I'm not in your generation." Now, I kind of get that shit now because it seems like every generation get a little bit worse. They get better in some aspects, yes, but worse in like kind of others.
The thing about it, I say, our parents maybe tiny bit exponentially worse over time, but by the time social media and shit, that shit skyrocketed, my boy. Like that shit is out of here now as far as like how fucked up like people is, and a lot of it's due to social media and the kids getting on there younger and younger each year. They seeing all these stuff, they get developing all these anxieties, and they feel like they got to do this and that just to keep up with motherfuckers. Instead of learning some actual skills, they want to learn a new TikTok dance. And it's like, if you're raising your kids outside of that, they're going to be running the world, though.
Hell yeah. It was that quote, like, they say, like, the world is so soft nowadays. Like, it was way harder to, like, become more wealthy back then because it was like everybody was kind of a little bit more competent, a little more willing to do stuff.
Yeah, you had to be incompetent. You had to literally have mental retardation or some type of illness to be incompetent back then because you didn't have a million distractions. Now it's like the world's so pleasurable. Motherfuckers gonna end up like them niggas on Wall-E, just sitting in chairs, food here, video game here, this here. Like it's like the world is so comfortable now. People don't have to compete if they don't want to. They don't have to strive for
everybody
more.
Get a trophy.
Like everybody gets a trophy, and if you don't want to compete, you barely have any penalties besides your health is gonna be the major penalty that you see later on in life. But you can go 10, 20 years just bullshitting from the time you're 20 to you're 40, just bullshitting through life, fucking around, or just doing this, just doing that. When the whole time you need to be working on the most important thing that's gonna get your goal done every day.
That is facts. And we see it all the time, bro. Like, especially like with these jobs, like with the people we seeing, like we be seeing like 40-year-olds working with 20-year-olds. Something's not right with that, my nigga. I'm telling you, like something.
I know an old head, he got a cleaning business and shit. He waited till he was 40 something to find out about financial freedom, which is a little different for him because 20 years ago they didn't even have social media. They didn't have all the things that we have now, the information. But you see how many old people are doing those jobs now. Just imagine our generation 20, 30 years around because niggas is letting technology use them. They letting these companies use them instead of using this technology and using these companies and understanding it and learning how to use, like Tate be saying, Aikido, use your, use the opposition's strengths against them, know what I'm saying?
Facts. And like I'm good for them that like a lot of them are coming around, but you got to think about that age, bro. Like we live in an age where like knowledge is everywhere. We can Google most things, my guy. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like I give the older dudes a more pass because they didn't have that. Younger now they have it, but a lot of them either don't know how to use it or they just figuring this shit out. Us, we have no excuse, but niggas still using the technology wrong as far as like we have every single piece of information in this world right here on the phone. Motherfuckers do not use it. They want to look at stupid videos and TikToks and fucking what's going on Twitter, what's on the shade room right now. And niggas gonna be doing that for years and years and years. Then now we might see 4, 5 old heads in the warehouse now. It's gonna be 30 of them motherfuckers. A warehouse full of old heads, but now it's different because robots are doing most of the jobs. Y'all gotta do the shit work. Niggas cleaning up shit for real.
Facts, like facts, and that shit, bro. I feel like people think like there's just gonna be a time where they just stop, like they just gonna get it, bro. But I'm telling you, you never gonna get it until you try to get it, bro. And that's just facts. Like if you be like, cause people be like, oh, I got time. Like I can do this later. Like I'm only 23. I don't gotta really lock in. Bro, I'm not saying you got to, but I'm just saying, like, You know what they say? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is like right now, bro. It just be the procrastination, bro. Once you start procrastinating, you're gonna keep procrastinating, and time's just gonna keep flying by. Like this year, bro. This year has been flying by, like outrageously, and I'm like, where did the time go? But then I can look back like, oh, I was doing this. At least I was doing something fucking productive. Like, goddamn, like, I'm good. I'm on the right path for the most part. But I'm just saying, like, y'all just keep letting time go and go and go. It's just gonna keep rolling past you. Next thing you know, you're gonna look up. You're gonna be like 35, like,
and be like Adam.
Fuck? Oh my goodness! Please say it. Don't say it so, bro. Getting your bitch, bro. Literally, getting your bitch fucked by a nigga that's bigger than you, in better shape than you, bro. I don't know if he got more money than him, but the nigga got money too. Like,
facts.
That shit's just crazy. Boom. And now we finna teach y'all how to be rich like Jason Love, my nigga. Bro, it be the multiple streams of income, bro. And I was about to say, like, this your topic because you the king of multiple streams of income for real, my nigga.
I mean, to be honest, nowadays, multiple streams of income is like the basic type shit. Like, it's, and with the inflation, it's damn near necessary for everybody. Like, if you're getting money one type of way, unless it's like some huge source, like you got a fucking NBA contract, you're probably struggling. You know what I'm saying? That's most of America. Got one job and they're struggling, living check to check. Now I say, just the bigger, like, of course, like the multiple streams, that's increasing your ability to earn right there, because your job is going to be some type of fixed amount. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cap off somewhere, and that's where you need to find things that you're passionate about and try to monetize them as best as you can. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, I know a lot of people, they be talking about oh no, you don't need to cut your expenses, you only need to increase your income. But I think cutting your expenses can also help too, because a lot of times we pay for shit we don't need. Niggas got hella subscriptions, and them shits add up. And shit, just the little things, like people say, I'm not gonna get rich just stopping getting coffees and shit like that. Which, yeah, you might not, but it might be smarter to get a coffee machine and buy and make your own shit. To eventually, you're gonna start saving some money, and it's just about understanding that every penny count. Like, I ain't saying be Mr. Krabs, be penny pinching, but just understanding like be smart with your money. Don't just be frivolous, and that's part of like having a good conversation, having a good relationship with money.
Facts. And it's the book, like, The Psychology of Money. I truly recommend that shit. It's a great book, bro. But it basically teaches you money, bro. One, it's like, treat it with respect, but also, like, don't be a Mr. Krabs ass nigga, bro.
Yeah, don't be afraid to spend that bitch and flip it and shit like that. Like,
facts. Cause, like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you gotta put out some money to make some money. That's just what it is, bro. But when it comes down to this multiple streams of income, bro, we preach it for the simple fact, if you only got one income, and let's say that bitch brings you $500 a week, and that's you just working like 40 hours at a minimum wage ass job, bro. You getting $500 a week take home. Boom. What about those other 2 days, bro? Those other 2 days, you could be making more money, bro. Or what about when you get off of work, bro? It be the little shit, bro. And when I say that money adds up, it adds up. Because if you making $100 here, $200 there, that's an extra $300 you did not have, bro.
Yeah. You have to understand that when you're trying to turn a passion or whatever you find most important, it might not even be making money at the time, but outside of that job, you need to make sure, like, say, boom, fitness is the goal right now. Outside, when you're not at that job, you need to be focused on fitness for at least, like, longer than the hour or two that you work out. Like, you need to be trying to develop, new workouts, new content, trying to figure out, like, all right, what's the best ways, and just learning more and more about fitness if that's what you're obsessed with at the moment. If it's fucking YouTube, then that means, all right, I need to do, like, outside of work, before work, after work, like, I need to be working on YouTube. I need to be thinking about YouTube and thinking about the most important step of that shit. Like Hamza be saying, he be saying like, all right, boom, you got your job, or maybe you got school, and then you got YouTube over here. When it comes to YouTube, you need to, outside of that, you need to be working on the most important parts of that shit, and that's making content and getting better at making content. So boom, you go to your job, and then outside of that, boom, I work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Like, let me not go to the club. Let me not do this. Boom, what's the most important thing I need to work on right now? Making videos and getting better at making videos.
Facts, and I feel like that's what it be, bro. And one of my niggas was talking to me about that shit. He was like, bro, sometimes after work I just be so fucking tired, bro. He don't be feeling like, he a rapper. Sometimes he don't be feeling like writing, bro. The nigga don't be feeling like writing. And I was telling that nigga, bro, I understand that, but you gotta think about it like this, bro. The 2 days you got off, that needs to be your days. Like, that needs to be your days. Like, those are days you need to be in the stew. Like, you should be working all day. Like,
yeah, and it's like, fuck, like, to be honest, fuck how you feel, bro. Like, that shit is overrated, how you feel, bro. Niggas cannot be worried about I don't feel like that's more so feminine behavior at the time. Like, it's like, bro, I need to be working on this shit. Fuck, like, oh, tired, this or that. Like, we are 9 times out of 10, you watching us, you're a young dude, you are a fucking age to go to war and fight, nigga. Like, if you was alive thousands of years ago, you'd be a fighting age young man. Like, there's no reason why you fucking tired after working a little shift now, saying that unless your fucking shift is like really that physical demanding, and it might just be emotionally draining or like, socially draining and shit like that. Which I understand that too, but there's no reason why when you go home, you find some fucking way to energize yourself. I don't care if you need some coffee or whatever the fuck you need, and you get to work.
Facts. And I'm gonna tell y'all what works for me, bro. Gratitude. Gratitude is the biggest motivator for me, bro. Cause it be like, how can I say I don't want to do this shit? I'm alive, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, the days I don't feel like running, bro, it be like, shit, I got 2 fucking legs. I can run, my nigga. There's people that would kill for my legs. Literally, not just cause they look great, but just cause they don't got them. Like, I'm telling you. So there's no way I'm gonna just sit in the crib, eat fucking chocolate bars and popcorn and drink soda all fucking night and not go out here and run. I don't eat none of that shit. But I'm just saying, like, there's no fucking way, bro. So the next time you feeling down, don't feel like doing something, just think about all the shit you grateful for, bro. Like, if you're a rapper, think about, damn, I have this a fucking unique ability to rap. Some niggas suck at rapping, bro. And that's just me keeping it a band. Like, some niggas, that shit is not for them. You got a gift, you better use that shit, bro.
Yeah, you got to. And that's just understanding, like, niggas need to rewire themselves, rewire their brains, like, because a lot of times it's like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to go scroll on Instagram, or I'm going to hop on a game, or I'm going to go watch Netflix. I don't feel like doing the shit I need to do, but I feel like doing this other shit that's pleasurable, easy dopamine and shit like that. So a lot of times niggas just be bullshitting, and it's like when they say that shit, like, oh, I just be so tired, you're just reinforcing the bullshit in your head, and now your fucking brain, your brain thinks that's you. That's talking, but really that's not you. That's that fucking little bullshit in the back of your head that's growing and shit. It's keep growing. Every time you give into it, every time you listen to that shit, it's just gonna keep growing.
Facts. Like, for David Cobbs and that little bitch. That little bitch voice, nah. And on some real shit, bro, we gotta understand, like, we're in complete control of all our actions, bro. So it really doesn't matter how you feel, what your emotions like. If your bitch just fucked Jason Love, that shit don't matter, my nigga. You can still do whatever you need to do, bro. You just gotta get past that mental hurdle, because it's all mental. Once you start that shit, you be good, bro. I promise you, every single time, bro.
Motherfuckers be, what it is, motherfuckers, they look for comfortability, and they look for pleasure. They look for the shit to be easy and shit like that. And that's what it is. You gotta get your mindset out of that. You gotta embrace, oh, this shit gonna be uncomfortable. Let me embrace this shit right quick, though. Fuck it. Let me hop in this cold shower. I know it's gonna be cold. Let me sit down and write this verse, or let me give it some time. Let me set some time for it so I can work on. You gotta work on your focus too. And a good way to do it is set some time for a shit and only worry about that. If you the type where you need to disable your notifications, put your shit on airplane mode or whatever, work on that then. That's why I'm kind of an early bird, because I know nobody really hitting my phone in the morning. I don't really need to look at it like that. It's no point. It's just, Instagram and Twitter notifications that I can look at that shit later. That shit not going nowhere. Whatever the fuck happened with fucking Melly case, I can check that shit out later. Like, even though I'm interested in shit like that, I don't gotta be up to date on it. Because if Melly get the death penalty or not, it had no effect on my life at all.
That's true. I think they gonna free that nigga Melly though.
I've been watching the case, but I don't know. Today they was frying shit. I'm not gonna lie.
For real,
today and yesterday, I didn't see all of today, but yesterday they had the motherfucking forensic niggas in there. They had the blood specialist. Like, they say the prosecution say the big guns for last for sure. Like, just because of who he is, how he look. I ain't gonna say he gonna get the death penalty. I hope he don't get the death penalty, but I don't know, like that shit. Cause in the beginning, like with his lawyer, I was fucking with him, but his lawyer ain't having really no answer for the shit that they were saying yesterday and today. So that's where it's like, but they gotta prove this shit beyond a reasonable doubt. Everybody innocent until proven guilty. So hey, don't kill your friends though. You won't be in situations like that.
That is true. That is true. But there was shit behind that shit. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. Like that nigga's killing over 100,000.
But the thing about it, no matter how much money it is, if you kill a nigga over anything other than them trying to kill you, it's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like feminine behavior, because there's other ways shit could have been handled. Fuck 100,000, like nigga, you got a song with Kanye West, nigga. Like, we're about money. Like, that's why it's like it's gonna be very, very, like, even then if he did, unless they was trying to kill him, it's not gonna work in his defense. That's where I honestly what he should have came in as, like, they was trying to kill him. They had bruh who that was driving confirm that story, but then that's like snitching, I guess. I don't know. Street shit is stupid. We already talked about that.
Yeah, I was about to say that shit got very complicated. Like, but I feel you, bro. But that is the end of today's episode, man. I just want to say I love y'all, man. You know what it is. Islanders for life.
Islanders for life, man. And man, move through this world with love. Move through this world as a masculine man, man. Don't take things too personal. Okay. Don't, like, always do your best, man. Always do your best. Don't take things personal. You know what I'm saying? Go look up the four agreements to get the other two. You feel me? But man, yeah, man. We out, man. Y'all take care of yourselves, man. Really though, take care of yourselves. If you watch this and you got triggered because of something, like, look at yourself first before you comment or anything like that. Look at yourself. And as always, we love y'all. We out.